And that was MGMT with Electric Feel. You're listening to BBC WM with me, Hardeep. Later on in the show, we'll be discussing why the West Midlands is the capital for food wastage and what we can do to reduce this. But first, every year we go to buy a train ticket, and unsurprisingly, the fares have risen once again. Earlier this year, fares were due to rise by more than 9%. However, today, the government has announced that regulated fares will be capped at just over 6%. We now cross live to our transport correspondent, Joseph Shaw, who is going to tell us more. Where are you, Joe?
I'm at the newly developed Birmingham New Street station, and the commuters here have a nicer and more shiny environment since the redevelopment, but they're paying for it in other ways. I spoke to a lot of people here on the concourse of New Street station, and the vast majority have said that the arrival of the cap is great and it provides stability to train fares, and short operators cannot simply charge what they like. However, some have said that despite train fares not being significantly increased, at the same time they're not being necessarily reduced, and that the government are the ones still benefiting despite this change.
But aren't the government going to step in at all to make sure that this doesn't get out of control?
Well, the government will be releasing a code of practice to set clear guidelines, and in turn they claim this will ensure passengers get the cheapest deals and discounts on season tickets.
But surely if the fares aren't being reduced, commuters simply aren't getting cheaper deals and discounts.
Well, this is a very valid point, Hardeep, and one that I feel will be debated towards the Prime Minister in the coming weeks. And after so many indecisive decisions and uncertainty with the HS2 plans, it almost seems that the public has somewhat lost confidence where transport is regarded.
Now, you mentioned the HS2 plans. These have received a lot of criticism and have slightly ruined the government's reputation. Do you feel that if this scheme is scrapped, it would save money on their part and for commuters?
Well, there's no doubt this is a possible option. However, the HS2 scheme will offer a modern system to compete with others worldwide and could prove beneficial to future growth in both business and tourism. But in terms of reducing current train fares, you can certainly see why commuters will feel that scrapping the scheme is a feasible option. However, what I feel is key to look at here is what effects this will have on future transport for the UK.
So, are these plans final and set in stone, or are they subject to change?
Well, we cannot guarantee that this is the last we hear from the government about the cap on train fares, but for now it seems to be the most agreed plan in Parliament, and for passengers, the arrival of promised cheaper train fares can't come any quicker.
OK, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks for joining us, Joe. We'll be hearing more about plans for public transport later on in the show, but up first, here's Michael Jackson with The Way You Make Me Feel.